I feel very honored to give this presentation because I myself have been learning so much since the day I started working here, and I love that Exos embodies the whole deep health concept, meaning it's not just about, how much time we spend in the gym or even like what food we're eating, but it's our mindset is so much a part of it. Also our social connections and taking care of our bodies just in so many ways. So stress is something that I know all of us experience in one way or another, and I absolutely experience it every day of my life as well, okay? So I've got a very well thought out script here that I would like to present to you, and I'll stray from it when I feel the need to elaborate, maybe on a personal level. So welcome everyone to today's workshop, Reframing Stress. When we think of the word stress, we think of it as a negative thing. However, stress is not always bad. It depends on why the stress is happening, what kind of stress it is, what kind of effect it has on the body, and for how long we are enduring that stress. So the purpose of this presentation is to educate you on how reframing stressful moments can help you to thrive. Framing perception. I want you to take a look at this picture, and I want you to think to yourself, what is happening here? Okay, and if anyone feels so bold as to unmute themselves and tell me what they think is happening here.
I believe they're waiting to be called in for like a job interview.
100%, yes, that's absolutely what they look like. The only thing I came up with instead of that is maybe they're lined up to give a presentation for their current job, but probably the job interview. So the next question I want to ask you is, how does this picture make you feel? Just by looking at these people, we can't see their faces, but we see some body language here. How does it make you feel? And again, feel free to answer the question out loud.
They look nervous.
Yep.
Concerned, nervous, anxious. Yeah.
100%.
Body language very close, and their hands are on their knees. So
Yeah.
Certainly not relaxed.
Exactly.
A little bit stressed out.
Exactly. Okay, so you guys got it. So yes, I'm guessing that if you haven't spoken up that you agree with the masses. They're stressed, their heart rate is probably increasing, their breathing is accelerating, their mind is racing, anxiety, parts of the body are tensing up, palms are getting sweaty, they're nervous, they're worried, they're stressed. Interestingly, this can be perceived as either a highly stressful event or a life-changing opportunity. So we can be looking at them as fearful or excited. Or they can be anxious, or maybe they're motivated, maybe be hyper, or they can be calm, overwhelmed, or confident. It's all how you choose to perceive the situation. The woman all the way to the right, to me, actually could appear confident. I don't know, she just doesn't seem as nervous to me. She seems well organized and ready. While if you look all the way to the left, the woman with her heels are kind of out to the side and her knees are together, I think she's a little bit of a hot mess. She's a little more nervous. The one in the middle looks like, oh my goodness, everything has to be perfect. I better get this right. I better be perfect in this job interview. So you can perceive this however you want. Also, the guy that is second from the right, he seems like, to me, like he's ready to go. Like he's like, I got this. I totally got this. Whereas the man that is second from the left, his fingers are telling me he's nervous because he's like gripping his knees. But who knows, right? So I could think all these different things looking at these people, and how I choose to perceive how they feel can change how I feel. Like if I'm looking at someone that appears confident, all of a sudden I'm feeling confident. If I look at someone that's nervous or hyper, like I suddenly am feeling a little nervous for them. How I choose to perceive it will determine what effect it has on my body, just like these people. However they choose to perceive this moment, this horrific, stressful moment, or this life-changing opportunity is going to determine the effect it has on the body. Understand that any emotional response in the body will perceive as stress, period. So some will feel good, excited, stress, some will feel negative and anxious stress. And either way, this environment invokes an emotion in the body. It will trigger the sympathetic nervous system, which is our fight or flight system. Fight meaning do something about it, take action, and flight meaning run away from the stress. And our body responds to the stress, whether it's danger or excitement. And I'll get into that in the next slides. Now, this opportunity, this presentation or interview, is it an opportunity or is it a problem? The opportunity would clearly be potentially getting a new job where one can learn, become more fulfilled, make new connections, maybe make more money. The problem would be doubting one's own interview capabilities and negative self-talk by saying, what if I'm not good enough? What if I just wasted all my time preparing for nothing? What if I don't get the job? What if people don't like me or like what I have to say? What if I'm not smart enough? So what is the culprit here? Is the culprit the environment, or is the culprit how we are feeling and how we are reacting to the environment? We have a choice. When we find ourselves in these situations, we can either modify the environment or we can modify our perception. The clear winner here is modifying our perception. This slide presents the statistic that both reporting a lot of negative stress and perceiving the stress as something that can affect one's health may increase the risk of premature death by 43%. Individuals that had high stress but perceived it as an exciting challenge had a low risk of premature death. Life is full of challenges and we need to learn how to deal with them and reframe those challenges as opportunities. How can we handle and perceive stress to reduce this risk? And I'm going to give you a very tiny little situation that I personally am going through because I think it's just so perfect that I'm presenting this to you because I'm going through something myself. I'm going through a health issue. I'm not going to get into what it is, but I have a choice. I can either let that health issue bring me down and be playing the victim and say, why me? Or I can choose to flip it and say, wow, this totally sucks. I don't want to have to suffer like this, but I actually am truly interested in learning about this issue. And maybe my purpose here is to go through a little bit of suffering and grow as I'm going through it as an individual. So I have completely decided to tackle this head on and go get a certification in this issue that I'm going through. It's a health issue, and I'm hoping to educate people here on something that is actually it's a trending topic. So hit me up if you want to learn more about it from me. Just send me an email. We're going to go through some of the body responses to negative stress. When stressful moments are viewed negatively, our bodies react negatively. This is why they say our thoughts create our reality. This is what typically happens to us physiologically when we view stressful moments negatively. As a hormone, we have adrenaline, which is also epinephrine. It's produced and released by the adrenal glands. And as a neurotransmitter, adrenaline is a chemical messenger that transmits nerve signals to other nerves, glands, and muscles. Adrenaline will course through your body, increase your heart rate, your breathing rate, constrict your blood vessels, narrow your focus, and again, you're in that fight or flight. That sympathetic nervous system is activated, which again is not the worst thing in the world, but how often this happens and how long this happens can be a detriment to your health. Cortisol, a steroid hormone also produced in the adrenals, releases glucose from the liver to be used as immediate energy. This means that our blood sugar will rise. So this can be actually not good for diabetics, of course, but even if you are a healthy individual, why would we want to increase our blood sugar, right? And this isn't even from eating, this is from stress, okay? Cardiovascular response. Your circulatory system will constrict and cause increased heart rate and blood pressure. Your heart rate may pound, which is an indicator of tachycardia. When your heart rate is over 100 beats per minute at rest, because your heart rate beats too often, your blood vessels don't have the time to fill with blood and deliver it to your heart efficiently. This can be absolutely dangerous. And musculoskeletal response, tension within the muscles. And if it's a chronic occurrence, this can cause a lot of muscle strain, headaches, increased heart rate, parts of your body tighten up like your throat, your shoulders. It doesn't feel good. You can even have pelvic floor issues. And that is something I know a lot about. And some people carry their stress in that area. So we're tightening up and that can cause digestive issues and all sorts of fun stuff. Respiratory system, your breathing rate increases, and this can also cause muscle tension and perpetuate musculoskeletal strain. So vasoconstriction occurs and the chest will be compressed, which forces the air out in short bursts, not, an open flow. Now, on the flip side, we have our body's response to positive stress, okay? The same systems, when our thoughts are reframed, when that stress is reframed and viewed through a positive lens, the stress is actually taking on the role of a sidekick or a superpower rather than being a symptom. They actually help your body. They have a positive effect on your body. There's no doubt when presented with a stressful moment that your body is going to react. We feel something in our body, but this bodily reaction can actually help us. Our bodies are smart and they give us what we need when we need it. So going back to the nervous system, our adrenaline and our cortisol will be released. And in this case, they are actually helping to improve our awareness and focus on the task at hand and accomplish exactly what we're setting out to do. They're serving as a call to action. And it's exciting to tackle the challenge when we believe in ourselves. So we're taking a positive action, such as acing that interview. The cardiovascular system is an increased heart rate, but it will help to better deliver oxygen to the brain and the muscles as they need it. It's physically preparing you for that moment that is about to come so that again, you can deliver. The musculoskeletal system, muscles are primed for movement if the moment calls for it. They may tense up, but then you're going to relax them and deliver. Respiratory system, you're bringing in more oxygen to be delivered more efficiently, and with that, your heart rate will increase, but the breathing will get faster to bring air into your system. So all these things are happening, but they're happening to help make something positive happen, not to completely fall apart. Okay, evolving our perception of stress. When people believe they possess sufficient resources to cope with stressors, they experience a challenge response and they rise to the occasion, the fight. But when situational demands are seen as exceeding their resources, or they just don't have the ability to handle their current situation, individuals experience threat and then they flee, which is the flight. Physiologically, when stress is perceived as negative, vasoconstriction occurs. The blood vessels begin to tighten. But when stress is perceived as positive, vasodilation occurs, and that is when your blood vessels begin to open up and blood is flowing more freely, and you become more calm and confident. So now we're getting a little interesting here. Human connection fuels resilience. The power of connection in times of stress is actually amazing, and stress makes you social, to be honest. So when you experience stress, oxytocin, otherwise known as the cuddle hormone, it's a neurohormone that is released from the pituitary gland, and it primes you to do the things that cause you to strengthen relationships, crave physical contact, and increases your empathy and compassion. It makes you social. And let me tell you, this is me 100%. I'm not one to bottle up. So whatever I'm ever going through, the fact that I like to share and talk things out, I think is actually helping me very much. I'm not one to bottle up. So as I was preparing this presentation, I was having a lot of aha moments about myself. So oxytocin comes from your pituitary gland as a stress response, and it motivates you to seek support. Your body wants you to be surrounded by people that care about you, and this reduction of stress makes you much more resilient when you seek out support. Oxytocin acts on your body by protecting the cardiovascular system from the effects of stress, and it actually regenerates cardiac cells and tissues and helps you to reconnect with people in times of stress. The heart is strengthened, you recover faster from stress. Stress resilience is absolutely from human connection and also love. It's like that song, all you need is love, right? So that's why we all just want peace and love. We'll all be much healthier and happier if we can all just be there for each other in a very non-judgmental way. I don't think anyone's lives are perfect. Everyone has great stuff going on and everyone's got their challenges. Here is a quote. "The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another." So here's a powerful proposition for you. Oftentimes we feel victimized and we don't know how to deal with a stress or a challenge that has presented itself, and oftentimes it's something that we're not expecting. It's simply feeling that what is being asked of us is beyond our capacity to produce and deliver. So when you limit yourself with negative thoughts, your thoughts, they're becoming your reality. And I know we've all heard that. That's what's happening. So again, it's challenging me in my life that I have to control my thoughts when I'm going through my stuff. I don't want to think, woe is me, I'm the victim, I don't deserve this. I'm going to think, no, I'm going to learn from this and I'm going to figure out how to get through not feeling well. And I'm going to help others when I get on the other side, and that's for sure. And I'm really going through this. So I hope that's, inspiring you with whatever you might be going through. Stress-fueled superpowers. So this slide just reiterates how stressors can be superpowers. They enhance your cardiovascular function, delivering oxygen faster to your cells. They improve your confidence, sharpened focus. You're able to tackle a task with laser focus. It has cardiac regeneration abilities. Oxytocin will regenerate cardiac tissue, help you recover quicker, you'll feel good, that love for everyone is flowing, and increased social connections from speaking the language of human connection. I'm trying to move along a little faster now because we're at the very end. I want to be able to finish timely and have time for this guided meditation. So physical strategies that we can do when we are stressed. We've got power poses, okay? So if you are alone, or even if you're not alone, we're gonna be doing just a little exercise real quick. It'll take 1 minute. Let me just read from my script for a minute. Humans and other animals express power through their open, expansive postures, and they express powerlessness through closed, contracted postures. But can these postures actually cause power? Well, yes, they can. The results of a study confirmed that standing in high-power nonverbal positions would cause behavioral changes for male and females. So high-power posers experienced elevations in testosterone, decreases in cortisol, and increased feelings of power and tolerance for risk. So actually, even if you're just sitting, I want you to feel this. If you're sitting or standing and you've got your shoulders down, you've got your chest out, your chin is up, like, how does that make you feel? Because for me in this moment, I actually feel quite confident. However, if I were to slouch and kind of sit like this, my eyes wandering, like I already feel extremely insecure in this posture. And all I did was change my posture. I don't even know what's going through my head right now. I'm just like, my body's doing its thing and I'm feeling differently based on how I am sitting. So it reminds me of working out, because whenever I'm training people, I'm like, okay, chest out, shoulders down, let's get strong and let's push those weights. So you do automatically feel better and more confident based on your posture. Then we've got breathing techniques. Deep breathing is a big deal. It absolutely helps you to calm your nervous system. And something that we're going to do during the guided meditation is deep breathing. So we will get to that in a moment. Mental strategies. I want you guys to try, if you don't do it already, perhaps either every morning when you wake up or every night before you go to bed, write down a couple things you're grateful for, because it is so easy to focus on the negative. It is, as humans, that's what we do. All the one negative thing, that's what we're focusing on. And all those wonderful things that are happening, I don't know, they're over there. I don't know why. So even if it's like the smallest thing in the world, like lately my favorite thing is hearing birds chirping outside. It's like my favorite sound. It is so peaceful. It makes me so happy. And sometimes, even when I leave work at night from here, I go outside. Sometimes the birds are chirping, depending on the time of year or if there's daylight. But I feel like this cool breeze against my cheek. And I know this sounds really cheesy, but like, I don't know. I get this like thankful, happy feeling when I just feel that breeze on my cheek. Sometimes I'll go outside on the balcony outside of the gym. I'll just look at the trees and I'm happy for the peace in that moment. So it could be anything small. You don't have to think of the biggest thing in the world. Just be thankful that maybe you just have the ability to walk, or you have a voice, or you have ears that are working, things like that, because there's a lot of people struggling in this world. So starting and ending your day in gratitude is super important. I'm going to stop the presentation there because we have to do our guided meditation. So I actually have some music this time. Last time I did it, I did not have music, but I added it into the YouTube video. and somebody said they really liked it. So I want you guys to just free your desks of any distraction. You're going to be closing your eyes, but just like get yourself into a very calm state. I know I can talk, but now I'm going to like go into a different mode. I'm going to press play on my favorite meditation music. So I want you guys to close your eyes. You're not going to need to have your eyes open. I think it's essential that you close your eyes. I don't want anyone looking at their laptops, at any piles of paper that they might be surrounded by, anything that may cause you any kind of stress right now. And right now in this present moment, I want you to think about how your body feels right now, okay? There's probably a little bit of tension going on somewhere in your body because maybe you have some lingering thoughts about a project you're working on or a meeting you have to be in next, and if you have to leave early, I'm okay with that, no problem. I want you to think about how you're feeling and try to locate where you're carrying your stress in your body. For me, I carry it in my pelvic floor area, so I have to consciously think about releasing any tension from that area. So I want you to focus in on whatever area. It could be your shoulders. So maybe you need to drop your shoulders and relax. Maybe it's in your eyes, okay? Just try to raise those eyebrows to tense them up and then completely relax your eyebrows and your eyes. Perhaps it's in your cheeks or your mouth. So just focus on relaxing that part of your face. Now during meditation, sometimes we have thoughts, racing thoughts, and it's okay if that happens. It's okay to have thoughts during meditation. Sometimes we learn from meditation. We learn about something that we need to focus on in our lives, something that might not be going right, that needs a little bit of our attention. And it could mean we're inviting stress into our lives, but as I just explained, tackling that stress is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to learn and to grow and to become a more effective, empathetic human being to those that we're surrounded by every day, our friends, our family, our coworkers. I think we all want to be a light to everyone that we come into contact with. I know I sure do. But sometimes we fall a little short, and that's okay. All right? So don't look at any challenges as horrible stress. I want you to think of it as an opportunity. Now we're going to get into a little bit of deep breathing. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it in there. I want you to hold that breath. And now exhale through your mouth. We're going to do this 4 times. I want you to slowly inhale. Hold it up top. Hold it. Take in that oxygen and exhale. Let's do this again. You're inhaling through your nose very slowly. Hold it, and exhale. Feel that relief. Feel that relief of any worry. I want you to invite opportunity by breathing in one last time. And exhale negative self-talk. Whatever's bothering you, you got this. You can do this. You're fully capable of taking on any challenges that come your way. So now we're going to go into a little bit of affirmations. Affirmations are when you speak in the I am, okay? Negative self-talk is one of the worst things we could possibly do because, like I said, our thoughts become our reality. If you tell yourself, I can't, well then you won't. If you tell yourself, I can, there's a good chance you're going to do a pretty darn good job at whatever you're trying to tackle. So hopefully these affirmations work for you right now and whatever you're going through. I'm going to say some words and I want you to say them to yourself and I want you to believe them. I am relaxed. I do not let challenging opportunities get me down. I invite challenge into my life as an opportunity to learn something new, to connect with new people, to solve a problem for myself, or to solve a problem for someone else. Life is about human connection. Life is about love. Life is about helping others and helping ourselves as well. It is okay to help myself. It is okay to care for myself. It is okay to take time out of my day, every day, to practice self-care, because the better person I am for me, the better I can be for everyone around me. Take a deep breath in, inhale positive stress, opportunity, and hold it. We're learning, we're growing, and exhale, release any fear, any worry. I want you to again focus on your body. I want you to make sure that every part of your body is relaxed. Relax your head, relax your neck, relax your shoulders and your chest. Release your abdominal muscles. A lot of us have a tendency to hold the stomach in, so I want you to just release. We are not meant to stand like that or sit like that, okay? Release those abs, release your pelvic floor, release your thighs. Let your legs release, let your feet relax, your toes relax, your fingers. Relax everything. I'm gonna leave you guys with this one thought, is that we all make things out to be a bigger deal than they really are, don't we? So I want everyone to have a peaceful day. Nothing is as big a deal as we make it in our own minds. Just breathe, relax. Nothing bad is gonna happen if things don't go right today. We'll wake up tomorrow morning and it's another opportunity to tackle the day, to achieve what we're set out to do here, and just lead with love every day for yourself and for others. You may open your eyes, and that is the end of our meditation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you are feeling good. I'm here in the fitness center. If you guys ever need anything from me and Deyanna are both here. If you need help with anything, it doesn't have to be just about fitness or your diet. You know, we're full supporters of working on our mindsets, making sure that we achieve deep health through social connections and sleeping well and de-stressing and all that good stuff. All right. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Get some sunshine, and I'll see you soon. Bye. You're welcome.
Karen.
You're welcome.
Everyone.
Thanks, Karen.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Thank you.